I'm Tom Bizantz, also known as Mr. Numbers, and one thing I've been playing around, I've been playing with a lot of number wheels, and one is the big floor mats and also like chalk lines on playgrounds, really big for kids to actually play on, to experience. And so it got me thinking about kind of doing it just as a tactile experience, without even any numbers, just experiencing math, how numbers relate to each other. And I designed and built on my 3D printer what I call a tactile number wheel. It has no numbers on it. And here's a couple examples. They're all tactile. You can feel them. So even if a kid is blind, he could still register the math. And I'm going to show you on my other camera exactly how they work. And you see the number wheels behind me. There's a couple of them behind me. I use all kinds of them. In if you Google Mr. Numbers, M-I-S-T-E-R, you'll come up with all kinds of videos on how I do them for multiplication, but also for addition. And this one I'm looking at for addition, but I have designed one for multiplication as well. And there we have. So that's a different color. You see there's all kinds of variations with my 3D printer. I can make all kinds of different colors on it. And the way it works is, first of all, here's a regular number wheel. And it's basically a number line to 10 wrapped in a circle. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is on the bottom, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's 0 and 10. And that's all the 10 digits. And it has some incredible stuff in multiplication. But right now I'm showing you the addition stuff. So the first thing I'm going to show you is that all horizontal numbers on it, 1 and 9 are the same distance from 0, and they add up to 10. This is also 0 and 10, which adds up to 10. Then you have 2 and 8 add up to 10, 3 and 7 add up to 10, 4 and 6 add up to 10, and 5 is all by itself, 5 and 5 add up to 10. So that's one thing, and that's these lines here, all the way across, and they show you all the numbers that add up to 10, and you can kind of fool around with them. At this point, I'm actually going to show you these notches here. You can actually, with your fingers, run through and go. So this is 0 on top. That's really important. And there's a notch there. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6, 7, 8, 9. And you're back to the notch. And you're also at 5. You're at the double line down here, because 0, 5 is a main line. Splitting it in 2 halves. And a lot of uses for that as well. So you have that. You also have, notice you have 0, 5 line is a main line, and 0 and 5 add up to 5, and it's straight up and down. Now notice this is 1, and then 2, 3, 4. So 1 and 4 add up to 5. And then 2 and 3, these 2 notches, add up to 5, and there's a line there, and you kind of can get it with your fingernail, kind of feel those lines. And then this is also 10. So it's 0 and it's also 10. So let me just actually show you this one, because I want to show you this. We just showed you the 3 lines that make 5, and then this is the double line. One is 0, 5, and the other is 10 and 5. 10 and 5 are 15, if you want to call it that. I just like calling it 10, 5. And then 9, 1 less than 10, and 1 more than 5 is 6. 9 and 6 also add up to 10, 5. And then 1 more and 1 less is 8, 7, also add up to 10, 5. So kids can really experience math on this and see the basic patterns for it. Now, the other thing that's on here is we saw 0 and 5 are add up to 5. They're also 5 apart. So 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is halfway around. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're at 10, or you're back at 0. It's exactly halfway around, and they're 5 apart. So you could actually go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and kids know that one. What they don't know is that all numbers have a number that's halfway around the wheel to it. So if you go to 1, then you go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so 1 and 6, and there's right through the middle, dividing it in half this way is 1 and 6. So you can actually add 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 5 is 10, 1 or 11, plus 5 is 16 or 10, 6, 21, 26, 31, 36. So you can actually add 5s going that way, and you can do that from any number. So from this notch is 0, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're 2 past 5. So it's 2 and 7, and that line is 2 and 7. There's also 2 dots there. There's 2 dots there. We'll do that next. So the 2 and 7 are 5 apart. So you can add 5 going that way. You can also add 5 going from 3, or 3 cents and a nickel is 8 cents. And 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, 3 and 8. And then 4 and 9. So you can actually do, let's just play with that one. So you do 4, 9, 10, 4 or 14, 10, 9 or 19, 24, 29, 34, 39, 49, 40, 44, 49. And you subtract doing the same thing. So 49, 44, 39, 30, 34, 29, 24, 19, 14, 9, 4. You add or subtract 5 going back and forth. So those are the basic lines that you can really play with it. And so you can really experience math with this. I got to see where, so I can hold it like this, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just even basic counting. 6, and you can check, oh yeah, there's 6 dots there. So there's 2 dots at 2, 4 dots at 4, 6 at 6, 8 at 8, and then the big marker at 0, pointing to the double line there. So you can really find your way around this just physically with it. And so you do, let's continue that on 5, 6, there's 6 dots, 7, 8, 8 dots, 9, and 10. All right. Now we're at 10. Now we can do 10, 1, 10, 2, or 11, 12, but I like the 10, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4, 10, 5, 10, 6, 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9, and 2 10s twice around the wheel, 2T, however you want to say it, but 20 basically for most of you. And so you can actually count. You can add any 2 numbers. Let's just do, let's say 2 and 6, okay? Well, you can actually go from 0, you can go to 2, and then you can actually go follow the line through the middle. That's adding 5, and now you're at 7, and you go up 1, and you can actually feel there's the 8 dots there, and that is at 8. So there's lots of ways that you can add and numbers and continue to add, because it actually keeps your place as well, because now you're at 8, and if you add 4 to that, you can actually go there, and you can feel that that's 0, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you can feel the 2 over there. Or if you wanted to, you could actually go 8 plus 5 takes you over to 3, which would be 10, 3, minus 1 is 10, 2. So there's a lot of ways that you can really experience math with this and just kind of play and just keep adding to it. And you could use a second wheel like this, or basically for most addition, this is the ones digits. But you, with your other hand, if you're kind of playing with this, With your other hand, you could be doing, you know, now we're at 2 tens or 22, you know, and then we add 3 more to that and we're at 25. And we feel a double line and we know we're at the 5. So you really experience math, and you experience equal distances for each number, whole numbers. And that's an important thing to learn. And they're also learning the place value, because this is all the ones digits. And so you have to use your other hand when you get to 10 to start with your tens digits as well. So that's the basics. Here's a fun trick you can do. You can actually add groups of numbers that are number bonds, add up to the same number. Here I'm adding 5 plus 6 with the string, and then around the back I go down to 4 and then up to 7 and then back to 3. I'm going one number smaller and one number bigger, so it adds to the same number. Then 3 and 8, 2 and 9, and then 10 and 1, and then when you hit 0, that is the answer. 10, 1, or 11 is the answer. I'm going to go back to me. That's the basics of how the tactile number wheel works. And I'm looking for situations where people are working with blind kids or special needs kids or anybody else that you think could really help, really learn with these. And then also give me feedback for it, because this is a whole new direction, and I'm thinking it could really tremendously create a foundation for math for many kids. And I'd like to see that happen, and you can help. So let me know. I'll put my phone number and email on here, and keep checking with me if you really are serious about it, and I'll make sure we work something out. And thanks for watching this.